This is Sandos Finisterra, Los Cabos. This hotel is pretty famous here. It's one of the most popular hotels in all of Cabo. It's one of the better all-inclusives. It is right in the heart of the action, and this hotel is perched on a cliff. This is Coolest Luxury Hotels, Sandos Finisterra, Los Cabos. Sandos Finisterra, as you may hear from the slight echo, this room is gigantic. More on that to come in just a second. When I pulled up to this property, my jaw dropped a little bit, and that's because this property is nestled cliffside. The very best parts of the property, the sports bar, the nightclub, some of the restaurants, are perched on the very top of the cliff. They overlook the property, the beach, and the ocean. I cannot wait to get up there and check those out. When I pulled up, I was greeted with a jarrito. It was a welcome drink. I have no idea what it was. All I know, it was beyond delicious. I promise you, that will not be my last jarrito on this trip. That is for sure. My room wasn't ready yet. I arrived pretty early, so I went down to Agave, and that is the poolside breakfast, brunch, and lunch spot. I had a goat cheese and ham omelet. I don't know why I never considered putting goat cheese inside an omelet. It was unbelievable. And then I also asked for a drink with colors just to see what they would bring back, and they brought me back this really trick Mayan Riviera drink. This room is the cheapest room available here. It is the junior suite, but let me tell you, there is nothing junior about this suite. It is so massive, it has so many features, there's no way I could tell you all of them. It has a grand foyer when you enter. It has a full kitchen. It has a full guest bathroom. It has a dining room. It has an entertainment room. It has a master bedroom with a full master bath, and it just doesn't have a balcony. It has a terrace. If you want to know all the details on this room, check the description below. I did a full dedicated room tour. So it's my first official full day here, 3 days and 3 nights to have the best time ever. You know how I do it. I want to check out the beaches, go to the restaurants, find some really cool drinks. But the number one thing on my mind right now is starting this trip at the adult pool. Halfway through my day here at the adult pool at Sandos, it is chill. There's music, there's a crowd, there's energy, but it still has an overtone of tranquility. I really like it. That hut swim-up bar behind me is probably its coolest feature. Not only does it have some great drinks, you can order the full agave menu and eat it at the swim-up bar. One quick note, I just went to walk to Cabo San Lucas, which is really the heartbeat and the hotspot of this entire area. It is just a few blocks away. You can easily walk it, it's safe. That is where really you're gonna find all the entertainment and action in this entire area. So bars, lounges, restaurants, entertainment, activities, nightlife, anything you want, Cabo San Lucas is the hotspot for that. And it's literally just steps away. So if you're getting sick of this property, if you feel like getting out, maybe here for a week or two, just take a quick stroll over to Cabo San Lucas. All right, night number 2, great day so far. Let's keep the momentum going. I am thinking Mexican for dinner tonight. Don Diego. Now, I was the first person there at 5:30, which is why it looked a little empty. But is it the nicest all-inclusive restaurant I've been to on the channel in terms of its style and design? I think it probably is. That place was gorgeous. The way it was sitting on the very top of the cliff, it overlooked this entire property. On the other side of the restaurant, it overlooked the Cabo Marina. You could see the beautiful sweeping hills in the background. It had floor-to-ceiling windows. The service was excellent. The menu was wide and diverse with a lot of unique options, and the food was delicious. I'm not saying it was my best all-inclusive meal of all time, but I think in terms of its style and design, it's probably the nicest all-inclusive restaurant I've seen on the channel thus far. So this is where I finished my night last night. It's called Whale Watchers. They call it a sports bar, but it really isn't. It's a little too classy for that. Really, it's about the views, and the cocktails both were amazing. If you want to sit inside and have a cold drink in a cool, comfortable environment and watch those waves crash, you can do that. If you want to sit outside on the balcony and actually hear those waves crash, you can do that. This is definitely the spot to catch a drink at the end of the night. It's at the very, very top of the property. It's on the 3rd floor of this cliff. The Italian restaurant is on the 1st floor. I'm going there tonight. The nightclub is on the 2nd floor of this cliff. I'm probably heading there tomorrow. And when I walked by Whale Watchers last night, I actually saw a show. So the show is on the courtyard up here. There is a lot of stuff to do up on top of this cliff. It just isn't a scenic overlook. It is a functional part of the property. So that was pretty much the best breakfast ever. I had 3 things. I had a lemon meringue pie, a chocolate cupcake, and an Oreo cupcake for breakfast. All 3 were divine. It is more than just cupcakes though. There are juices and smoothies and coffees and pastries. I actually grabbed a couple sandwiches to go. Fun fact, Sandos is the oldest hotel in Cabo, and it's actually where Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones was married. His wedding pictures decorate the cupcake shop. It is a fantastic place to start your morning. You have gorgeous views of the Cabo skyline, as well as sweeping views of the marina. All right, so I'm gonna head down and show you the beach. There are 2 ways to get down there. One is the easy way. It's the pedestrian bridge and the elevator. I'm gonna take the more intensive route. I'm gonna take the stairs. So it's about 120 steps from top to bottom. It takes about 2 minutes to get either up or down. Let's head down to the beach. Okay, here we are at the Sandos Beach. I'm really liking it. It's this golden stretch of sand that's both long and wide. The entire beach area is nestled in between 2 cliffs. It's the perfect setup for a morning or evening walk. The water is stunning. It's that deep Pacific blue that has some turquoise highlights to it. And the wave action is mesmerizing. I could sit here all day and watch these waves. However, that's the problem with this beach. The waves, they are strong, they are rough, they are harsh. Absolutely no swimming here at Sandos. It's forbidden. You're gonna find that at a lot of Cabo beaches and hotels. This one's no different. Still, I really like the beach. I think it's a great spot to chill for an hour or 2. Great day today. A little bit of cupcake action to start my morning, a little bit of beach action to start my afternoon. After the beach, I stopped by the sushi stand, which is poolside. There's nothing like poolside sushi. It's fresh and they roll it right in front of you. I had their 2 signature rolls. I had their special Cosmo roll and I had their Serenito roll. I came up here, I regrouped. I'm thinking Italian for dinner tonight. And I knew that, so I wanted to go to the gym beforehand to burn off some calories. The gym offers some magnificent views, but unfortunately it is small, like really small. There were only 3 of us in there and I felt like we were fighting over the gym equipment. Still though, a really great day, and I'm off to dinner. So that was Emeliano's, the Italian place. I don't really have too many extra thoughts outside the fact that if you go there, you need to order the lasagna. It was amazing. What is it with these all-inclusives and lasagna? I've had some of my best lasagnas at these all-inclusives. So I'm back in my room, I'm gonna relax a little bit, I'm gonna wait for the sun to set, and then I'm off to the entertainment show for tonight. Good morning. What a perfectly beautiful way to start my last day here. I got big plans for today, more on that in just a second. I want to talk about the entertainment show from last night. It was okay. You know, it was smaller, so it kind of gave off a more intimate and personal vibe, which I didn't mind. But my favorite part of the night was just sitting on top of the cliff, overlooking the marina, which was glistening. The city lights were glimmering. This property is beautifully lit at night. All right, so today is my last day here. 3 big things I want to do. First of all, I want to get down to the 2 general pools. I'm headed there right now. Tonight, I'm thinking a buffet for dinner. I haven't done a buffet yet while I've been here. I'm thinking tonight is going to be the night. And then lastly, later in the evening, I have to search, find, and experience the nightclub. So that is the first family pool. It seems to be the activity pool. For a family activity pool, it's actually somewhat quiet, which I liked. I just saw a pizza station. They make wood-fired pizzas right in front of you. I'm gonna go get one of those, and then it's on to the other pool. That pizza, by the way, was phenomenal. It was wood-fired, it was delicious, and it was fresh. How cool is it, by the way, that Sandos Finisterra has poolside sushi and poolside pizza right there? That is one of the best features of any hotel ever. It was a really great day at the pool today. After that, I came up here to my room, promptly took a siesta, and now it's time for dinner. So that was not the buffet. Why didn't I go to the buffet, you might ask? Well, because this property doesn't have a buffet. What all-inclusive resort does not have a buffet? That is sacrilege. Now, not having a buffet is not a deal breaker for me. I'm not the biggest fan. But for some people, it could be a bit of a death blow to their all-inclusive experience. Anyway, I digress. I pivoted and I went to Tortuga Bay. That is the international restaurant here on site. It is beachside, oceanfront. The views of the Pacific while you're eating your dinner were pretty amazing. There were 2 things I loved about the restaurant. Number 1, the menu. Again, it was international, so there were dishes from all over the world. It was easy to find something that you liked, and I really enjoyed how they had mini entrees as their appetizers. Secondly, I loved the decor and the vibe. It was like an upscale, cool, chic, fun, trendy beach shack. My favorite part of the entire meal was the large, beautiful chalkboard filled with amazing, crazy, cool drinks. You know, I definitely had a couple of those. All right, so my trip is winding down. It's my last night here. Just one thing left to do, and that is go to the nightclub. The nightclub last night was pretty cool. It embodied what a nightclub should be. It had pretty much the same design as you'd find in a regular nightclub. It was just smaller. It had a DJ booth, it had a dance floor, it had some visual entertainment. They had seating around the entire place, and the bar was really cool looking with those illuminated guitars. Okay, it wasn't the busiest, there weren't a lot of people in there, but it was a weekday. And I give Sandos credit for trying. They have a cliff top bar on the 3rd level and a nightclub on the 2nd level for a family all-inclusive. I think them giving you some nightlife options is really respectable. Okay, Sandos Finisterra, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna give you 3 negatives, 3 positives, and then tell you what I think about this place. Let's get the negatives out of the way. Number 1, this place is small, especially for an all-inclusive. There are really only 3 restaurants. Agave does turn into a steakhouse at night, so you can maybe consider that 4. I don't. So 3 restaurants, 3 pools. I mean, it's really just 1 pool area, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the lobby is small, the gym is small, the overall property is small. Building on that, number 2, options. You're going to run out of things to do. You could do everything on this property pretty much in 3 nights, and you could do everything twice in 6 nights. If you're coming here for an extended stay, you're going to run out of options of things to do on property very quickly. Number 3, luxury. This is considered a luxury hotel. I'm not going to say that it isn't. And for one of the oldest, if not the oldest hotel in Cabo, I think this hotel is in shockingly tremendous condition. You are going to see some luxurious touches like marble and beautiful stonework inside and outside your room, but compared to the modern all-inclusives, it does lack in luxury and refinement. Okay, let's talk positives. Number one is the location. This is one of the best locations in the entire city. It's next to the marina, which is right in the heart of Cabo San Lucas. So if you're looking for bars, lounges, activities, entertainment, nightlife, it is all literally footsteps away. Okay, number two, character. This hotel is unlike any all-inclusive I've ever seen before in my life. It doesn't even feel like an all-inclusive hotel. Typically, all-inclusives are bland, they're predictable, they're cookie cutter. This is anything but. From the scenic overlooks to the waterfalls to the benches in secluded and beautiful areas, this is one of the most unique hotels, not just all-inclusive, most unique hotels I've ever been to. And number three, lastly, this hotel is tranquil. For being a family all-inclusive, this hotel is surprisingly calm and relaxing. No blasting music throughout the property, no one yelling over loudspeakers, no screaming kids. For an all-inclusive, this is a shockingly serene experience. So with all that being said, how do I rate Sandos Finisterra? I'm gonna rate it a 4. Which is a tremendous score for me. I think the positives far outweigh the negatives. I ate at the most stylish, all-inclusive restaurant I've ever been to up until this point. The food and drinks were great. The room was gigantic. The location was perfect. And this hotel had unbelievable character. I can see why Sandos Finisterra is one of the most popular hotels in Cabo.